Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, so perfectionism. Perfectionism is something that pops up in probably every client relationship that I have. And so today I am popping in to give some thoughts on perfectionism, what it is and what it can be. Now, of course, everyone's experience is very unique, and your story is your story, and so everyone's unique purpose behind perfectionism may also be different. These today are simply some thoughts that I have. And of course, as always, nothing I say today is to be taken as medical or prescriptive advice, and it doesn't take the place of work that should be done with a mental or medical health provider. Okay? But that being said, let's get right into it. So, perfectionism. Perfectionism can be a way for you to feel in control of life, in control of your life and the life that's around you. Perfectionism can also be a way to mitigate or weaken inner core beliefs that you have about yourself. Now, in general, these are beliefs to do with some aspect of brokenness. So, some aspect of not being lovable, not being acceptable or enough just as you are, or a belief that you will be rejected as you are. Now, these are some of the most universal and fundamental beliefs that span across human nature. And often these core beliefs, they stem from experiences in each of our pasts. Any experiences that were hurtful in some way. So often, perfectionism has strong connections to shame or self-blame or self-judgment. So that being said, perfectionism can act as a way to either, one, fix ourselves, or two, not have to feel what we believe about ourselves. To help illustrate this, I have another diagram. Okay, so to help illustrate this, we have a hurtful experience in our life. And this hurtful experience gives us a feeling. And this feeling is what leads to a core belief that we have about ourselves. Maybe that we are unlovable or that we will be rejected. Now, having this core belief then that's set in leads to a need for coping and a need for safety. So our bodies want to feel safe. They want to feel this aspect of safety again, and these core beliefs aren't a feeling of safety. So in order to cope and in order to feel safe again, we go to perfectionism. Now, perfectionism can be this belief that I can control these things from happening. I can control. And that feeling of control is what leads to a feeling of safety. And so where perfectionism can come in is in this belief that by being perfect, I will be able to avoid the world seeing me in this way that I believe about myself. Or I'll be able to avoid seeing myself this way, and will therefore be able to control these bad or hurtful things from happening. Perfectionism can also stem from the belief that we have the ability to control other types of bad or hard things from happening. Because here is the thing, and I want you to listen to this very closely. It is a lot scarier for us humans to feel like bad or hard things just happen and that they happen out of our control. It is much scarier for us to think that we don't have control over these bad or hard things from happening, or that we can't predict when they're going to happen. It is a lot easier and less scary for us as humans to think that there's just something wrong with us, that we are the thing that needs fixing. Because when we believe that we are simply the problem, that we just need to fix ourselves, then at least we can feel in the driver's seat. Then at least we can feel that element of control. Because we believe that this fixing ourselves, is what can ensure that those bad or hard things won't happen. And what do we want? We want to ensure in some way that bad things won't happen. So all of this to say, especially right now in our world, where there is so much out there that feels entirely out of our control, it makes sense if you have noticed your perfectionism or your desires for control getting stronger or showing up in more places. Maybe you have found yourself more controlling with your food, or wanting to ensure that you only eat a certain way or a certain amount. Maybe your exercise routine has become more rigid, thinking you need to have that perfect plan or that layout or that timing. Maybe you've noticed yourself making more to-do lists and feeling more attached to that notion of needing to check off boxes, to needing to accomplish. Because accomplishment and perfectionism are cousins, and they often go hand in hand, because that sense of accomplishment can also lead to that feeling of control, and that control can lead to a feeling of safety. Safety because there's the belief that this is going to be the thing that keeps bad things or hurtful things from happening. So I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to let me know in the comments, where do you see perfectionism showing up in your life? Where does it have a tendency to show up? Or where has it showed up in the past? Or where is it showing up now? Is it with your diet? Is it with controlling how your body looks? Is it with to-do lists and your accomplishment meter? And then on your own time, I want you to explore the question of, what am I trying to control? What hard feeling am I trying to keep from having to feel by focusing on this perfectionism? Okay, my friends, if you would like support, more support to explore these patterns that you see in yourself, these behaviors or these urges or compulsions that you gravitate towards, that you know that you have, and you want some support to let go of the impact that they are having on your daily life, then I really encourage you to reach out. Right now, I am offering discounts on all my coaching packages. So if support is something that you are curious about, then this really is a great time to at least ask about it, to ask about what support could look like for you and figure out what it is that you need. You can reach out to me in direct message or send me an email, and I will be very happy to talk to you. And let me know in the comments what you thought about this talk today and your thoughts on perfectionism. Okay, bye everyone.